welcome to episode 123 of Outside the Circle, a podcast dedicated to new and upcoming country music, artists, and songwriters. Today's guest will be Tyler Reese Tritt. And as you may notice, this is not Ronnie doing the intro. This is Brian here, just going to do this quick intro, and I'll wrap up the episode by myself. Ronnie is on his way out of town, so he couldn't join me tonight to set this interview up. So we don't talk about it in the interview. I'm not going to talk about it for the intro either. But Tyler Reese Tritt has had a background in music her entire life and a very unique point of view at the industry. So I'm going to let her explain it as we jump right into the interview.
All right, everyone. We're here today with singer-songwriter Tyler Reese Tritt. Welcome to Outside the Circle, Tyler. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're excited. It's been a couple months since the release of your most recent single, so we definitely want to dive into all that, obviously. But before we get there, we always like to start with the typical kind of get to know you type stuff. I guess first and foremost, kind of tell us a little bit about, where you grew up and how. There's the obvious caveat that how important music was in your childhood and all that, but, kind of just give us a little background on how music came to be for you.
Well, I grew up born and raised in a place called Hiram, Georgia, which normally I tell people that and they're like, where the heck is Hiram, Georgia? So I usually just say Marietta because most people know Marietta. But I still live here. I love it here. Georgia girl through and through. But, obviously my dad, being who he is, music has always been a part of my life, like literally since I was in the womb. Like mom and dad used to say with all three of us kids, whenever like dad would be at a show or like we could hear dad's music, we'd all start like kicking in our belly. So we were like, we were born and raised on music too.
So I'm curious. So we always like to, as we follow up with all this, we always talk about like the different kinds of music that was around. Like, was it always very country or did you have like a good mix going around?
Yeah, I was gonna say my mom was there to mix it up because her and dad would actually get in arguments. Like when she'd be dropping us off at school, like we were playing Usher, Nelly, like the old school, like we were, down, down, baby. Usher, and dad, we'd come back in singing it, and dad is like, where the heck did y'all hear that? And we're like, mom's car.